Welcome to Flip Your Classroom by John Bergman and Aaron Sams. Their motto is reach every student in every class every day. Let's learn more about our authors. John Bergman. He is considered one of the pioneers in the flipped class movement. John believes educators should ask one guiding question: what is the best for my students in my classroom? Our second of our authors is Aaron Sams. He is considered one of the pioneers of the flipped class movement. He was awarded the Presidential Award for Excellence. He frequently speaks and conducts workshops on educational uses on screencast and the flipped classroom concept.
So what is a flipped classroom? Basically, you're going to see an inversion of what you're used to in your classroom. The instruction is now going to be delivered online at home, and it moves the homework into the classroom. The teacher role is going to change from what we traditionally see. Rather than being at center stage, now the teachers are going to be guiding their students on the side. What does a flipped classroom look like? Students will watch their lessons at home at their own pace. They can interact with others, their teachers, and students online, and then they'll have more concept engagement in the classroom after they've already viewed the lesson. So in the classroom, after viewing the lesson, the teachers can serve as a guide by addressing their questions and clarifying any concerns. The students are able to have more meaningful conversations with each other and with their teacher. So, what's the value in this? Why should we flip our classrooms?
Now that you've learned what a flipped classroom is, I'm going to give you some reasons why you might want to flip your classroom. First is that flipping allows for true differentiation within the classroom. For example, it allows students to pause and rewind their teacher. It also helps busy students, struggling students, and students of all abilities. It allows students to take notes at their own pace, and I know we often move too fast for some, too slow for others, and using the flipped lesson allows each student to move at their own pace. They can watch the videos as many times as they need, go as slow as they like through the videos, and I know for a lot of students it might minimize frustration. In addition, flipping the classroom changes classroom management. It allows teachers to know their students better. It increases student-to-teacher interaction. While they're watching you on their lessons at home, you're no longer a lecturer in front of the class or a presenter. You're now working one-on-one with students. You're working in small groups rather than being up in front of the class the majority of the time. We also know that our students are busy and they're using technology all the time, so flipping speaks the language of today's kids, of today's students. And one other thing that it can do is increase student-to-student interaction, and that would be if you maximize collaborative groups and allowing students to help each other instead of just the teacher being the main mode of information. Another reason is that it makes your class transparent. It changes the way that we talk to parents, and it can also even educate parents. Parents can now watch the videos with their students, creating discussion at home, allowing parents to help with their homework. A lot of these things parents haven't learned for years and years, and this provides a way for interested parents to help their students with their homework, as well as maybe even refresh their own memory on some of the lessons. And the last reason why you should flip your classroom is simply it's a great technique for absent teachers or absent students. These lessons are now available on the computer. Students can watch them at home. They can be put on DVDs and taken home to watch on a video game, an Xbox, or a TV. But also, if you know you're going to be absent as the teacher, you can pre-record a lesson and students continue to learn without any break in information. So a great tool for teachers who are absent or students who are absent.
Can we really create a flipped classroom at Guilford Middle School? A few things that my book club has discovered throughout this semester are listed below. One way is for the students to watch a video as a whole class on the projector. This will allow the teacher to rotate around the room and monitor the students as they're listening, taking notes, doing practice problems. The teacher can also be working with a small group during this time. Students can also watch the videos independently in the computer lab or on the iPads using headphones. This allows the students to work at their own pace. They can pause the video if they need to or speed it up. This also allows the teacher to pull students who need extra help or an extension. This leads into the differentiation aspect of this. The videos can be used to reteach students who have been absent or who did not understand the material the first time. It can also extend the learning of students who are ready to move on. Another great thing that this software can be used for is to allow students to create their own videos. Hopefully, throughout the next few years, when we get the personal learning devices from the county, the software that we will be learning about will also be helpful in creating flipped lessons that can be taken home. A flipped classroom could also be utilized for staff development. The instructional materials could be provided ahead of time in the form of screencasts and handouts, and then during the actual training time, teachers could get together to create projects, collaborate, and answer any questions or clarify any points from the videos that they watched ahead of time.
Helpful software for a flipped classroom. Unfortunately, none of these following applications work on the iPods. The first screen capture software we'll talk about is VoiceThread. VoiceThread is really useful if you want students to be able to leave multiple messages or comments with the presentation you provide. The downside to this is it's rather difficult to execute, although Aislinn can certainly help you with this. It's too long to feature here, but I'm sure she'll feature it on the staff documents page if you want to learn more about VoiceThread. The next application we'd like to talk about is called Screener. The pros to Screener is that there is no download required, it's quick and easy, it's free, it works on the iPads and all your computers. The cons though is that there's no camera recording devices, it just records your screen, and there's no whiteboard option. ShowMe is an iPad app that can create presentations. The good thing is it has a whiteboard screen that you can write on, especially good for math lessons. It can be viewed on an iPad or a PC. However, the presentation itself must be created on an iPad. There's no camera or screen capture option. Screencast-O-Matic is probably one of the best programs we found. It can record a 15-minute lesson. It can record webcam and also your screen. And it can be shown on the iPad, on a computer, and it can also easily upload your video to YouTube.
Alright, we're at the bottom of the page on the back of the notes, and we're doing the mixture versus compounds classifying activity. So you are going to be shown a series of photos. Rocks. Are rocks an element, a compound, or a mixture? Make your guess. Correct. They're a mixture. Alright, we are going to take notes on the evidences of chemical reaction. Gas production. We know that for watching chemical reactions, sometimes we get a production of a gas, and that would look like bubbles or fizzing, which indicates the production of a gas.